why you should never give validation to women. It is the most dangerous concept that has ever been created. First of all, Todd Valentine and these kind of guys believe that you should give validation to women. You'll never get hot women in your entire fucking life. You only get them equal or below, exactly the same kind of women that Todd Valentine had a baby with, baby mama. She's really unattractive. And you think to yourself, this is what they call leveling, exactly the same concept that Todd Valentine talks about. Leveling means you're making a move in the game that is leveling you down. If you can't get higher, it's because you're making a move that does not deserve to be there. So let's talk about validation and why it's bullshit and why it's the most dangerous fucking concept I've ever seen in my life. If you were dressed like a homeless person and you're like, hey, can I have some change? I like your jacket. I like your jacket. Can I have some change? That's exactly what validation is. If you are lower value and you try to give validation, what's going to happen is, use this chart here. In fact, I made it a little bit better here. So it's easier for you guys to see validation. So this is called value. VALUE. This is your value. This is over here, this dotted fucking line. It's called the line of fuckability. So this is the line of fuckability. But however, if your value is down here as an Asian guy and you're trying to get validation here, you'll never get over that line. Validation is only when your value is already up here. You just need a little bit to get over that line, as if you were a tall white guy. So this is a white man's game. Validation is so fucking dangerous, you will kill yourself in the game. So this is why guys like this giving validation, low value guys, dating coaches, are basically guys who get women that are exactly on the same looks level. They're getting 6 out of 10. This is what they call the low hanging fruit. First of all, I don't give a fuck about low hanging fruits because I usually get women way above my look scale, way taller, way younger, way prettier compared to me. I'm just a fucking Asian guy. You think an Asian guy like me has any value to give if I validate her like a homeless person? Hey, I like your jacket. Can I have some change? That's exactly what you sound like. And now let's take other Asian men who are basically doing this kind of advice. They listen to it. They're like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I gotta give validation. Listen to how this fucking thing sounds. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. So they're like, hey, with a fucking autistic face. Hey, with hands in the pocket. Nice to meet you. Or, hey, I want to meet you real quick. I want to meet you real quick. What? I want to meet you real quick. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Also, you do ballet. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. What? Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Oh, why the fuck are you so impressed? That's a better question. Why are you so impressed with the women? If you were a high value person in the game, never listen to anyone giving validation that says you got to give women validation. It is so dangerous. So put yourself in her shoes. She's a high value woman. She gets guys hitting on her all the fucking time. High value guys who are tall white guys, who wear blazers, who are rich, who are millionaires, or wherever people go in their club. And guess what happens? They start giving validation. Then it's high value. Imagine a hot woman gave you validation. How you feel? That's a better question. She's, oh, hey guys, I really like that jacket of yours. Of course you'll feel good. You'd be like, oh my God, thank you so much. Because she's hot. If she's hot, you're like, okay, I like that. Like that, she's hot. So she gave me validation and I feel good. But however, if you're an Asian guy and it's like an ugly fucking chick, like a fat, ugly, short chick with buck teeth, who's fucking 4 out of 10, a little bit masculine. Oh, I like your jacket. You're like, yeah, okay, thanks, okay, sure, why not? Yeah, okay. I gotta get going now. That's exactly how women are treating you when you give validation. This is why it becomes a big numbers game. Tries a pussy with married below average. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. I totally agree. So I'm just telling you guys the real shit. In my boot camps, I've never, ever had a student give validation. If he accidentally gives validation, guess what happens? How many people is online? 4, 3. Okay. If the student accidentally gives validation, I yell at him. Because every single time he's, oh, cool. Oh, wow. You got to ask yourself, why is it cool? I like ballet. If you guys like what you're hearing, give it a thumbs up. So I know that you guys like it. So in my boot camps, not a single student's allowed to give validation. I always want to talk about why validation is so fucking dangerous, but nobody fucking listens to it because they're too busy sucking off Todd Valentine. This will kill a whole generation of Asian men. Asian men who does not have a lot of value here. Hi, you're cute. I want to come and say hi. You give your compliments as he says in validation. And then when you give a validation as an Asian guy, not like dressed like me, but dressed like complete absolute shit, hunching over, talking like this, talking like Todd Valentine, and giving compliments. Oh, you do ballet? Oh, cool. So this is why I'm here. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Cool. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Okay, let me ask you a question. Or how about other people? Justin Wayne. Yeah, cool, cool. I love Russian girls. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, first of all, unless you have some value, unless you are high value, there is no goddamn reason why you should give validation. There is not one good reason why. Because when you're low valued, you give validation, you get auto rejected. It's leveling. So imagine an Asian guy doing the same thing. Oh, wow. Oh, cool, cool. I love Russian girls. And she's, oh my God, this guy loves Russian girls. I'm getting validated. The most dangerous thing you can do is to give female validation. Females get more validation from Tinder, online dating, from every other fucking source. So whenever they go on Instagram, they're just out, give me more likes, give me more likes, just give me more likes. This is exactly what they do on Instagram. Women are just whoring for likes because they get female validation. And this is why the game is harder every single fucking year. This is harder every single fucking year because of female validation. Every year she swipes left on the phone. She's filtering more guys. And what kind of guys is she filtering? Is it the guys who actually give validation? The guys who say, you look nice. I like your jacket. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Of course she's filtering these dumb motherfuckers out. Now you have essentially turned the game into an auto-rejected sort of thing. Women always rejects guys. Women are always trying to filter out guys. Shit test, all this other shit is just to filter out the beta males from the alpha males. I'll say this again. Women are constantly filtering out guys. They're always looking for that one reason to reject them. If you give female validation, which is, oh, cool, nice, oh, wow, oh, cool, nice, oh, cool. I love Russian girls. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. I love you. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Yeah, I totally agree. Oh, wow. First of all, if you're an alpha male and you get women way above your look scale, let me ask you guys a question. Why the fuck are you so impressed with women? Think to yourself, why are you so impressed with women? Doesn't make any sense, does it? You're putting women on the pedestal. First of all, nothing about women impresses me, especially for my students. And for the first time, I'm revealing this. If she says I'm a fitness model, I'm a doctor. And that's exactly what one of the students who banged a woman, if you look at my testimonials, in a fucking bathroom. He banged a fitness model in the bathroom. And on Skype, what I had to teach him was he couldn't stop giving validation. He kept saying, oh, wow, oh, cool. I was listening to his interviews. Oh, wow. I have to change his inner game. So that way he's not impressed by women. Because that's what makes them chase you. Women chase a guy who's completely different than all the other guys she swipes left to. And this is something you do not understand. If you treat women differently, outside the box, she starts to get wet. When you act like you're inside the box, oh, wow. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. I love you. Yeah, great. You're basically giving women who are 6 out of 10 value. And this is why Todd Valentine is teaching you this, because he's getting like a 6 out of 10 or 5. And this is exactly where it levels off. I've talked to you guys about leveling, haven't I? It is a Todd Valentine concept. But here you are, Todd, leveling all the people who listen to this bullshit. If an Asian guy listens to this, it starts giving validation nonstop because they give him authority figure, even though he's RSD. And like I said, I'm not like Todd Valentine. Todd Valentine is still RSD light. And that's the big problem. It's still RSD. So next time you give validation, you're going to get all rejected. I guarantee you every single time. It's going to be like a landmine. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Boom. You do it again. Oh, wow. Boom. 2, 3. She's going to go fucking cold. No matter what you say or what you do, You wonder why she's doing this now after that second validation. She's not even listening anymore. And this is a white girl. Because you're an Asian guy with no fucking value going up to white girls and giving them validation. My game works for the lowest common denominator. Asian guys. And when you give this validation, oh, wow, cool, nice. Oh, wow, cool. Guess what? She's gone. You listen to the wrong people. So what should you do? Is there any solutions? Because this seems awful. It must be so awful to get all rejected because you listen to the wrong gurus. Go ahead, give it a try. Go out there yourself and give validation and see what happens. I guarantee you, if you're an Asian guy, it's going to be like a landmine blowing up your fucking feet into a million pieces every single time. Every single time you're going to fail and you're going to wonder why. And then now you know because Johnny Lee told you that validation is stupid. I'm going to give you some tips now that's going to change your entire life. This is such a dangerous concept. First of all, for validation, okay? Let's say this is the line. This is the game. Opening. So opening. And you got keeper on the line. All the points that you give validation here has to be eliminated. So let's say, for example, in the opening, you give a validation here. Nope. Get rid of that. Over here, you give another validation by mistake. Get rid of that. Over here, you give another validation by mistake. Get rid of that. So the point is to remove these things like they're tumors. They're tumors. So what happens? What can you do instead of giving validation? Because you probably, as an Asian guy, you probably think that white women are way up here and you're way down here. So when you give a validation, you're probably thinking, oh, wow, cool, because you're impressed because her value is higher than yours. Does that make sense? Because you feel like her value is much higher. What I'm saying is, get rid of these validations. Instead of giving validation, you don't have to disqualify her. You don't have to nag her. You don't have to tease her. All you have to do is just to get rid of it and say the word, say it with me, everyone. Two fucking letters. K, right there. Okay. So what the fuck does okay mean? Okay. See, neutral. You're not insulting her. You're not giving her validation. You are saying, okay. Now you're just like, oh, fuck. So John is saying that you don't have to actually validate women. You can actually just say, okay. Okay. Oh, now you have taken yourself out of the fucking landmine. Now you're not a lower value guy giving validation. In fact, you are raising your fucking value now because your personality is of a person of higher value. And the ones with a higher value doesn't have to give validation. And now you're just thinking to yourself, what the fuck? What have you been doing all this time? And now you realize, John's right. You have, by accident, been knocking yourself out of the fight. Adorable opener. That was stupid. That was so fucking stupid. So what he's saying is, he followed Paul Valentine by saying, you're adorable. Here's a very cheap boy. First of all, you're not a boy, Todd. You're like a grown ass man. Here's a cute boy coming to say hi to this cute girl. And so adorable. Oh, that's great. Look at you. You're doing something cute. And I'm now acting cocky slutty. Yeah, I bet you do this to the guys all the time. And now you try to get her into that frame of cocky slutty. And then eventually you pull and nothing happens for the people who follow Todd Valentine. And they follow this bullshit concept. First of all, what the fuck? Why we see, you're cute. You're adorable. Oh my God. Look at you. You're essentially saying, listen to this, okay? This is an Elite 30 from Marquez to Hero, like product. Get it. This is actually in the course. I'm giving away one of the tactics. This is your value. This is hers. But maybe if you're Asian, your value is a little bit lower. Oh, cool. You're adorable. No, this is no. This is your value and this is hers. But you're cute. You're adorable. Oh, wow. That's so cute. Oh, wow. I'm so impressed. You raise her value. You give women validation, exactly the same kind of validation she gets on Tinder and Instagram. Every year she gets more and more validation. Now her head's already up here. She's acting like here. You got these women who are 5 out of 10 looks, ugly as fuck. Because every other guy on Tinder and every other motherfucker on social media, every motherfucker on Instagram, they're swiping right on her because they think she's easier to get. And let's be real here. Her friend who's 8 out of 10 in looks, always feels she's ugly. She always feels she's ugly because no guy's giving her attention. Because it's easier to get the 5 and 6 out of 10, the low-hanging fruits. So you keep giving validation to the low-hanging fruits over and over and over and over. So basically what's happening is you're giving her validation because you feel like in this area of women could use a chart, but you can see it. If she's 10, 8, 6, 4, whatever, but if she's fucking around here, right? This area, what's basically happening is that all the guys are funneling into here because they think they can get laid on Tinder easier. Now she gets all the validation. Nobody is swiping here because they think she's not gonna like me. Why bother? And just like DayGame, you have the same fucking mentality. You're leveling down. You're playing a game of here. So you're basically taught Valentine's game is 5 or 6 out of 10 game. And all the other guys who says give validation, the guys who are playing game way up here does not value women's opinions, does not value women's giving them validation. A high value person does not give validation to a lower value woman. There is no path to victory by saying, "Aunt, you're adorable. Oh, wow, cool, nice. Oh, I love you." Oh, yeah. Unless you really want to give 6 out of 10s. Unless you enjoy low hanging fruits. You're leveling off your game. If you are aiming for 5s and 6s who gets nonstop validation from Instagram, then of course you can give validation. But I'm talking to people who's aiming for 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, that area. If you want to level up here, there is no validation. So you got to say to yourself, John, fuck, what if I accidentally give validation? How can I save this? How can I save this? Let's see what's level of strong, tall, white, black, and Latinos. The thing is that they can give validation. By being taller, you can still give validation when she see you as a high value person. But if you know that move still levels you and you know you can still get all rejected, then I would suggest that it's being neutral, like an Asian guy. You might as well just follow the Asian route. Does that make sense? You always follow the Asian route, no matter what. Because direct, right, could work for white people. You know that. But if you follow my game, which you don't go direct, you go adaptable, transition, this and that, spur on the line. They make it a numbers game because if they go direct, they can swipe left or swipe right to, and she can leave. Now it becomes a numbers game. It's called leveling down here at this game. You know, by giving validation as a tall, white, black, or Latino guy, you will still get something, just like direct. But you'd be leveling down here. You might occasionally luck out. You'll make it very long before your next leg. You're going to go through a lot of rejection. Unless you take away like an Asian guy with no value, you play the lowest common denominator game that works for everyone. Does that make sense? So if the lowest common denominator game means no validation, you can still be a tall white guy, a tall black guy, tall Latino like my students. They don't give validation. They just flirt. They flirt. When you're a high value person, you don't have to give validation. Don't have to give any validation. It's so stupid to give validation. If you know, just by saying okay and taking away the points of validation, you can still move the game forward rather than getting all rejected because you have a point of compliance and no compliance. Oh, wow, cool, nice. Cool, I love Russian girls. You have now essentially, when the things are moving forward, right? You're playing the game, you're on the line. You have essentially put a wall between you and her. You actually put the brakes on the interaction. You did it again. It's like grabbing the fucking handbrake again. And now you can't really move to the insta-date because you've given validation 3 times. You have not made it to the finish line, which is to get to the insta-date, which you would need to go to another race to get to your fucking pole location. Never give validation. That's all I'm saying. And you just got to look at the stats. If white people's game is ineffective, if they don't have minority testimonials of the Asians and Indians, short, skinny, discard. You have to be retarded to believe that shit. So what happens if you accidentally give validation? You got pretend it's like slipping a fart, right? Oh, wow, I love that about you. You're like, oh, fuck. I just slipped a fart. Because now it's fucked up the interaction. Then you turn into a push-pull. So you fan in the way. I'll say this again. It's like slipping a fart. Oh, wow, that's so cool of you. But you have to fan in the way by using a push-pull. So you'd be like, oh, wow, that's so cool. But you know what? But I don't agree with that. I think you're a crazy person. Or I really like that dress. I'm like, fuck. But actually, no, that's a stupid color. That's not really that popular now. Are you from the 80s? You're like, oh shit. So John is saying to keep her on the fucking line, the only way you can possibly keep her on the line, if you accidentally create a wall here, is to actually destroy the wall yourself, stand in the way by doing a push-pull. That's correct. That's correct. If you accidentally given validation to women who basically get nonstop validation, if you give validation like a homeless person, that's not game, because you're not removing the validation. I have really hit a nerve, because everything that I was talking about is going against your brain, is creating something called cognitive dissonance. What's a cognitive dissonance? It means you have one idea here. Okay. So if you look up the definition, cognitive dissonance, this is your idea over here. Okay. So your idea is RxD. Okay. We're going to put like a fucking square. And then I'm giving another idea, Johnny Lee. Don't give up validation. But because the ideas are conflicting with each other, you're basically experiencing a mental pain here, like a real big mental pain. So this mental pain is called cognitive dissonance. This is exactly what's happening right now, and why people are, you're experiencing that all this brainwashing you have been, that does not lead to results. And I'm telling you, I science.